We got you updated. This is Radio Imanzi News in English.
This is Radio Imanzi, broadcasting from Kigali. Here is the news in English, brought to you by Fiona Umuganwa. The headlines. President Paul Kagame this afternoon received letters of credence from new ambassadors. The Ministry of Agriculture and Animal Resources said it is committed to putting knowledge to good use for inclusive development of all Rwandans. An explosion at illegal refinery in southern Nigeria kills over 100 people. Welcome to the news in detail. President Paul Kagame today received letters of credence from new ambassadors: Soumaya Ba of the Republic of Chad, Silvio Jose El Silva of the Federative Republic of Brazil, and Mary Charlotte G. Teng of the Republic of the Philippines. President Paul Kagame also received letters of credence from new High Commissioners Libya's Tanjeni Tobias of the Republic of Namibia and Esmond Sinclair Reid of Jamaica. The Ministry of Agriculture and Animal Resources said it is committed to putting knowledge to good use for inclusive development of all Rwandans. This was said during the 28th commemoration of the 1994 genocide against the Tutsi held at the ministry headquarters in Kacyiru, in which it and its affiliated entities paid tribute to 810 former workers who were killed in the genocide against the Tutsi. Geraldine Muteshimana, Minister of Agriculture and Animal Resources, said that while some of its former workers misused knowledge and killed Tutsis during the genocide, this should not be the case. The minister thus called for a different case from that of the past, noting that the ministry should be dedicated to contributing greatly to developing the country. Muteshimana said that the awful reality that Tutsis were cruelly killed by neighbors and co-workers or even employers is a shame to those who committed the genocide, urging the ministry and its affiliated entities to always strive for living in harmony and achieving inclusive development of all Rwandans. The Kigali City Housing Authority has stated that infrastructure such as roads and bridges are under construction throughout the city and expected to be completed as soon as possible. This was reiterated by Katabarwa Emmanuel, Director General of the Kigali City Housing Authority, who explained that the time allotted for the construction of these roads will not be exceeded, and that they will be fully completed by the end of next week. He also pointed out that the construction of these roads was not due to the planned Commonwealth Heads of Government meeting, but rather to the ongoing efforts to clean up the city. Former members of the Zirakamwanyanyenyi Cooperative in Gicumbi District say they are not happy with the way the executive committee operates because they do not value the members to the extent that they have they are deprived of their legal rights, including the ability to have a say on their shares. Zirakamwa Nyanyenye is a dairy cooperative with more than 210 farmers in the Nyanyenye sector. Former members of the Zirakamwa cooperative claim that the executive committee does not appreciate those who speak out about what is not going well in the cooperative, and that after being expelled from the cooperative, they do not receive compensation for their shares. According to Habyarimana Leopold, the director of the Zirakamwa cooperative, it was decided to kick them out of the cooperative at the last General Assembly because they caused conflicts in the cooperative. The committee also decided that they would compensate them for their shares in October. We shall continue with some items of international news after the advertisement.
Are you looking for the best language interpreting services for your next meeting, training workshop, or forum, in person or remotely? Look no further. Gemini Multimedia Limited offers high-quality and professional interpreting and document translation services in various fields of expertise. Based on the International Association of Conference Interpreters, AIC, and with a team of professionals with more than 10 years of experience in the field, you can rely on us for a smooth running of your next event. Locate Gemini Multimedia Limited on KG14 Avenue 258 between Kagugu Health Center and Fawe Girls School. You can also call us on 0790-719-909 or visit www.geminimultimedia.org. Gemini Multimedia Limited. Speak clearly. Listen reliably.
Welcome back. Moving on ahead with international news. The United Nations has called for an investigation into the reported killing of at least 168 people in clashes in the Darfur region of Sudan. Homes were set on fire while hospitals were attacked and goods were looted during the clashes. Several non-governmental organizations said an individual dispute sparked the fighting between Arab nomads and members of the Masali community in Krenk. Humanitarian corridors into Ethiopia's Tigray region may now be the country's hope for lasting peace after efforts for an immediate diplomatic solution hit a wall. This week, the Tigray People Liberation Front said they could leave occupied territories in neighboring regions if humanitarian corridors were provided and the blockade by the government lifted. The death toll from an explosion at an illegal refinery in southern Nigeria has risen to over 100 after more people died from their injuries. The head of operations in the National Emergency Management Agency, Ifeanyi Naji, said the death toll is now 110 from 80 as more people have succumbed to their injuries. Ifeanyi said dozens of people with severe burns are still in the hospitals. France has accused Russia of mounting a disinformation campaign to discredit its almost decade-long military operation in Mali. The French army released a drone footage it says shows people believed to be Russian troops staging a mass grave in a bid to accuse French troops of war crimes in the West African country. Hundreds of women marched through downtown Mexico City and its suburbs to protest the murder of an 18-year-old woman in the northern city of Monterrey and demand the Attorney General's office conduct a proper investigation into the death. The body of Debani Escobar was found Thursday in a cistern at a motel, almost 2 weeks after she had gone missing. The demonstrators, mainly women, carried signs reading, "Not harassment," and "Mexico is a mass grave," and attempted to call attention to the women who have been killed, including Escobar and those who remain missing. Killings of women have increased in recent years in Mexico, rising from 977 in 2020 to 1,015 in 2021. Those were just cases classified as femicides, a legal term used in Mexico when women are killed because of their gender. Killings of women overall are much higher. Disappearances of women remain high, with about 1,600 reported missing so far this year. Beijing residents snapped up food and other supplies as the city's biggest district began mass COVID-19 testing of all residents on Monday, prompting fears of a Shanghai-style lockdown after dozens of cases in the capital in recent days. Authorities in Chaoyang, home to 3.545 million people, late on Sunday ordered residents and those who work there to be tested 3 times this week, as Beijing warned the virus had stealthily spread in the city for about a week before being detected.
Economic news is a regular feature on Radio Imanzi.
The Rwanda Stock Exchange Market Report. The trading session recorded a total turnover of 1 million Rwandan francs from 4,000 shares traded in 2 deals on the equities market, while the fixed income market remained quiet. Bank of Kigali counter closed at 250 Rwandan francs. The trading session recorded a total turnover of 1 million Rwandan francs from 4,000 shares traded in 2 deals. Bralirwa closed the counter at 150 Rwandan francs. I&M Bank counter closed at 440 Rwandan francs. Simerwa at 120 Rwandan francs. M10 Rwanda at 180 Rwandan francs. Equity Bank at 440 Rwandan francs. Kenya Commercial Bank at 370 Rwandan francs. National Media Group at 1,200 Rwandan francs. Uchuri Supermarket at 104 Rwandan francs. And RH Buffalo closed the counter at 526 Rwandan francs as the market closed. The currency market review of today. The Kenyan shilling buying price was 8.7 Rwandan francs and the selling price was 8.9 Rwandan francs. Tanzanian shilling buying price was 0.43 Rwandan francs and the selling price was 0.44 Rwandan francs. Ugandan shilling buying price was 0.28 Rwandan francs and the selling price was 0.29 Rwandan francs. Burundian franc buying price was 0.49 Rwandan francs and the selling price was 0.5 Rwandan francs. The US dollar buying price was 1,009 Rwandan francs and the selling price was 1,029 Rwandan francs. The British pound buying price was 1,292 Rwandan francs and the selling price was 1,317 Rwandan francs. The euro buying price was 1,088 Rwandan francs and the selling price was 1,109 Rwandan francs. With that, we come to the end of tonight's edition.